Waking Up with
Shivraj Prashad, your host on Good Morning Grammar. Now this show is really all about you. If you hear someone using poor grammar, pronunciation, or just enunciating ideas poorly, instead of being rude and correcting them, just turn them over to our Good Morning Grammar experts. This Monday, I decided to change things up. I brought in a friend and co-trainer who teaches people the benefit of writing simple, plain, and direct English. She talks about the interchangeability of certain words and also just proofreading.
Good morning. My name is Sanam Singh and I am a dual qualified lawyer, a solicitor in England and Wales and an advocate in India. I'm also a trainer in plain English and I've trained people on how to write simple plain English both in the context of business communication and for the legal community. Well, the most common pet peeve I have is the interchangeability of the words advice and advise. Advise is the verb advise when you do something to advise someone, and advice is the actual advice you're giving, which is the noun. And very often people completely use these in the wrong context and interchange them. Another major pet peeve of mine is when people don't proofread a document. For instance, spell check will not flag up for you if you intended to use affect or effect. Affect is when you have an affection or you're affected, and effect is the effect on something. So that's another pet peeve of mine. And thirdly, and most typically for lawyers, is the use of long-winded sentences and wordiness. So instead of saying something like the court made a decision, is what people would say, they could say the court decided. Typically, lawyers love using words like whereas, heretofore, henceforth, witnesseth. None of this is relevant in today's day. There was a movement in the 1970s called Plain English for Lawyers, and it's about keeping it simple and user-friendly so anyone can understand legal documents, and essentially that carries forward and crosses over to all business communication as well. My only advice to people is to proofread and to write like you're speaking. When you're attaching a document to an email, you're attaching it, you're not enclosing it. The rule of thumb for me is to write it like you say it. So when you write like you're speaking, you're keeping it simple and it's plain English. You can contact me at sanam@gladhurst.com. That's SANAM @GLADHURST.com.
I hope what you heard was useful, but we'd love to hear from you as well. You too can feature on any episode by sending in your request or feedback with a voice message on WhatsApp on +91 962 547 5442 or via email at shivraj@brevis.in. We'd be happy to read out your message here or even play it on an entire Friday special episode. Have a good day and stay tuned for another fresh episode of Good Morning Grammar.